And when God gets ready to make you a great woman, you'll know he's going to make you great by how you suffer.
Travis Hunter just got hit with the ultimate betrayal, and it's messy. Word is he caught his wife, Leanna Linney, getting way too close with one of his own Jaguar teammates.
They got married in Tennessee, where there's no time limit for a spouse to become.
That's right, his teammate. And now he's spiraling hard, trying to figure out how the woman he married less than 2 months ago turned his whole life upside down.
You had no girl, so how you gonna talk about me? Find something else to talk about. Talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl.
Turns out, everyone, his mentors, his crew, even his family, warned him not to marry her. And now it's looking like they were right the whole time. But get this, Leanna's not just cheating. She's allegedly getting ready to divorce him already. And guess what? Travis didn't even get her to sign a prenup. People online are losing their minds asking the big question, was Travis totally clueless? Or did he just not want to believe who Leanna really was? Some are saying she only walked down that aisle for the money. And after all the heat Travis took online defending her name, now he's left looking played. He rode hard for her while everyone else was throwing shade, and now it's all coming back in the worst way. So how did Travis find out about the cheating? Reports say he woke up and checked his DMs, only to find photos of Leanna in bed with another dude. And that's when everything exploded. He confronted her and boom, chaos. This is turning into one wild scandal and it's just getting started. Subscribe now to Juicy Reel for more tea you won't believe. What started as a tense convo between Travis and Leanna turned into full-blown chaos in a matter of minutes. Voices were raised, tears were flying, and accusations were getting tossed like grenades. This was supposed to be their honeymoon phase, but instead, Travis ended up packing his bag and dipping to a hotel, trying to figure out what the heck just happened to his life. Even though Travis isn't the type to put his drama out there, the pain clearly got to him. He posted, then quickly deleted, an Instagram story that simply said, "Life really ain't all it's cracked up to be." No long rants, no cryptic emojis, just that one raw line. But it was enough to let people know something serious went down. And of course, it didn't take long before the internet caught on fire. Word spread fast. Travis Hunter and Leanna Linney? Done. Heading for divorce. But here's where it gets extra wild. Fans didn't exactly rush in with comfort and hang in their messages. Nope. Instead, the internet came through with straight-up, "We told you so" energy. People were cold with it. Even though Travis is young, talented, and clearly had real love for Leanna, fans weren't buying into the heartbreak. Why? Because they saw this coming a mile away. People had been warning Travis online for months. Long before the wedding, fans were flooding the comments with stuff like, "Mark my words, as soon as Travis gets a max NFL deal, she's gone." Or, "Give it a few years and she'll take half." Turns out, they didn't even need years. Barely 2 months and boom, it all fell apart. But here's what everyone's been asking. Why were so many people dead set against Travis marrying Leanna from the jump? Did they know something he didn't? Or was it just hate? Well, turns out the red flags were waving loud and clear way before the cheating came out, starting at the wedding itself. A video from their wedding reception just resurfaced, and it's got the internet buzzing. In the clip, Travis leans in to kiss Leanna, and she straight dodges him like she couldn't even stand the sight. It was awkward, painful, embarrassing. And this wasn't some random moment. This was right after Travis surprised her with a brand new luxury car at the reception. The man went all out, white balloons, slick bow, everything. You'd expect her to be smiling ear to ear, maybe even a little emotional. But nope. Leanna looked bored, almost like she couldn't wait for it to be over. And that's when fans really started side-eyeing her. That kiss dodge? That cold reaction? It had people saying, "She's not in it for love. This girl's playing the long game." And it only got messier from there. More videos and photos began popping up. Ones Travis probably never saw coming. The first major blow? A screen recording that a so-called sneaky link posted, showing old DMs between him and Leanna. And this wasn't ancient history either. This was from 2020, and yeah, Travis and Leanna were already together at that time. So now people are asking, was she ever really loyal? Or was Travis just one big stepping stone in her plan? So Travis and Leanna officially started dating back in 2019. But now old messages are coming to light and fans are shocked at what they're seeing. While most of the texts weren't exactly graphic, one message stood out like a neon sign. Leanna told another dude, "Let me wife you." At first glance, some thought it was just flirty talk, but now, with everything else unraveling, fans are digging deeper and realizing this might have been more than just a joke. And just when it felt like things couldn't spiral any further, boom, another video surfaces, and it's straight up disturbing. In the clip, Leanna's out at a party, twerking on some guy while he grabs her in a way that had people doing double takes. It wasn't just wild, it was disrespectful, especially considering she was already dating Travis at that time. But here's where it goes left. That same dude from the party, he started selling merch with still shots from the video printed on t-shirts. He literally turned Travis's pain into a profit. And the internet? Ruthless. Travis became the laughingstock of social media overnight. The trolling got so intense, he had to deactivate his Instagram just to get some peace. And just when you think that's rock bottom, another clip dropped. This time, it's Leanna starring as the main girl in a rap music video. Now, being in a music video isn't a scandal on its own, but the lyrics? Wildly explicit. Basically, an X-rated track disguised as a song. Zero subtlety. And here's where things get shady. The rapper behind it? A guy who goes by N.Slim with a $sign. Sound familiar? Well, fans sure thought so, because guess who has a $sign tattoo on her finger? Leanna. Suddenly that ink doesn't look so random anymore. People are putting the pieces together, and the picture it's forming is straight chaos. Word on the street is that $sign tattoo? Leanna allegedly got it after hooking up with N.Slim himself. But hold up, it doesn't stop there. Ever since rumors started flying about Leanna messing around with multiple guys, internet sleuths have been working overtime, digging deep into her past, and what they've found is wild. One Reddit user claimed they discovered an OnlyFans account under Leanna's name, with her photo as the profile pic. Now, there wasn't any content posted yet, but the fact that the page even existed had people raising all kinds of questions. What was she planning? Was this just another hustle on the side? And just when folks thought they'd seen it all, boom, another bomb dropped. A video started circulating, allegedly showing Leanna in bed with a man who was definitely not Travis. And it wasn't just a one-time thing either. In that same video, she's seen cooking and cleaning for the guy like they were seriously involved, like he was the real boyfriend. And yes, this supposedly happened while she was already with Travis. Fans are calling it emotional betrayal on top of everything else. But here's the part that really hits. People had been trying to warn Travis. They left comments, tagged him, even messaged him directly. But instead of listening, Travis went live on Instagram and defended her with everything he had. He ranted about how Leanna had the right to live her life and told everyone to back off. He was all in, riding for her harder than ever. And then he said the line that had people shaking their heads. He was going to marry her without a prenup because he loved her and trusted her. That's when fans knew. Travis wasn't just in love, he was deep in denial. At first glance, Liana and Travis looked like the dream couple. High school sweethearts turned power duo. They met as teens, stayed together through the ups and downs, and while Travis was grinding toward football stardom, Liana was by his side. She cheered him on, and he spoiled her in return. Lavish gifts, fancy trips, the whole nine. Eventually, he popped the question, they tied the knot, and now there's even talk that a baby might be on the way. But dig just a little deeper and things start to look way less picture perfect. Let's rewind to the beginning of their love story, one they shared many times online. According to them, it all started on Instagram. Travis slid into Liana's DMs, but instead of falling head over heels, she curved him hard for 2 months straight. When she finally gave him the time of day, she still wasn't feeling him like that. In fact, she told him she just wanted to be friends. It took a few more months before they actually became official. So now fans are asking, what changed? What made her suddenly go from just friends to this is my man? Well, one theory online has gotten a lot of people talking. Some say Liana didn't catch feelings for Travis on her own. She only got interested after her brother clued her in. According to this viral fan theory, her brother told her who Travis was and how much he was destined to make. And that's when everything shifted. Suddenly, friendship turned into romance. Coincidence? Some fans aren't buying it. Liana once straight up said Travis wasn't her type. But suddenly, after her brother told her who he was, and more importantly, how much money he could be making, boom, she changed her tune. That's got fans screaming. It was never about love, it was always about the bag. And let's be real, ever since they got together, the majority of the internet has been saying the same thing. Liana only stuck around for the money, and the moment she got what she wanted, she'd be out the door. And now, that theory's starting to look real accurate. One major clue? Just 1 month after their wedding, Liana dropped a video on Instagram, crying her eyes out. In the clip, she added a voiceover talking about how hard things were at the time. She looked completely broken, but fans weren't buying the emotional act. Liana later claimed the video was old, recorded back in December, and said she doesn't even recognize that girl anymore. But the timing? Way too convenient. People believe she posted it on purpose, trying to paint herself as the sad, misunderstood wife, setting the stage for sympathy when she eventually files for divorce. Like, see, I was struggling, instead of, I'm walking away with his money. And here's where it gets even messier. There are multiple clips of Liana on camera saying Travis was never her type. She openly admitted that it wasn't until he started splurging, dropping cash, buying her stuff, flying her out, that she actually started falling for him. So now fans are asking, was it ever about love? Or was Travis just the highest bidder? At first, it might not seem like a big deal. But when you put all the pieces together, it starts to make way more sense why Liana didn't think twice about allegedly hooking up with one of Travis's own teammates. Her loyalty? Non-existent. And the worst part? She barely even tried to hide how checked out she was. Liana once admitted that she makes Travis drive her to parties, then makes him wait outside in the car while she's inside turning up with everyone but him. Like, what? If they were really as in love as she tried to make it seem online, wouldn't she want him by her side? Fans started picking up on the vibes real quick. This didn't look like love, it looked like convenience. And it didn't stop there. Time and time again, cameras caught Liana looking straight up irritated or cold during huge moments in Travis's career. One major red flag, his Heisman ceremony. That was supposed to be one of the biggest nights of his life, and while the whole room stood up cheering for him, Liana, she stood up last, looking like she didn't even want to be there. She posted cute captions on Instagram like she was proud of him, but fans weren't buying it. Her energy in person told a very different story. Now people are starting to connect the dots. Was her distant body language because she was already messing around behind Travis's back? The signs were all there, but now that everything's coming out, it's hitting harder than ever. Remember all those rumors flying around that Liana was only with Travis for the money? Well, looks like she might have finessed the whole game because sources say Travis never signed a prenup. That's right, no protection, no paperwork. So now, even after allegedly catching her cheating, he's stuck in a situation where divorcing her could cost him half of everything he's built. All those years of grinding, training, hustling on and off the field, poof, now at risk of being handed over to someone who might have never been all in to begin with. And here's the part that really stings. This didn't come out of nowhere. People tried to warn him. One of the biggest warnings came from none other than his mentor, Deion Sanders. A resurfaced clip from 2022 shows Deion keeping it real with Travis, telling him to protect his bag before even thinking about marriage. He reminded him that plenty of athletes before him had made the same mistake, falling in love without securing their finances, and paid the price for it. But Deion wasn't the only one throwing out life advice. Right after Travis and Liana announced their engagement, fans flooded his comment section with one message: "Don't do it without a prenup." Post after post, warning after warning. And now that everything's blowing up, those same fans are pulling receipts. They're like, "We told you, bro. You just didn't want to hear it." Now Travis is left facing a brutal reality. He might lose the woman he loved and a huge chunk of his fortune all in one hit. Travis might have elite football instincts, but when it comes to street smarts, that's a whole different story. And now it's catching up to him. Fast. People gave him warning after warning, but he didn't listen. That's on him. As much as Travis comes off like a good-hearted dude, fans are saying they can't feel bad anymore. He made his choice, and now he's got to deal with the consequences. Everyone told him Liana wasn't the one. They said it loud, said it clear, and now it's all playing out exactly how they predicted. Sometimes, life delivers lessons the hard way. And for Travis, this one might leave a scar that never heals. Now here's where things get really heavy. Rumors are swirling that Liana might be pregnant, and if that's true and the baby's not his, Travis could be stuck in the nightmare of raising another man's child, with the woman who allegedly cheated on him. That's not just heartbreak, that's life-changing pain. The pressure's building, social media's watching his every move, the fans, the critics, the teammates. Everyone wants to know, what's Travis gonna do next? Because this might be the biggest decision he's ever had to make. You don't want to miss what's coming. Subscribe to Juicy Reel now for the next chapter in this wild, messy saga.